Hello my lovelies and welcome to Allotment of the Dead. So last night was the first real test to whether the chilies are going to survive some of these cold nights that we've got coming in. It was a bit of an Arctic blast last night coming in from up north. With it, I think it brought quite a few hailstones and things like that. But down here, I think it was around 4 degrees or so. But I took the opportunity yesterday of locking the polytunnels just to make sure that any warmth that was in there would hopefully be kept in there, and that we'd have a fighting chance of the chilies surviving at least hopefully until the end of October if I can. We're still kind of early September, so I want to try and keep that kind of extra month and a bit to see if I can get any more decent pods off these. So I've come down now, end of my shift at work, just to see if there's been any effect on the chilies and things in there. We know plants are basically prone to periods of cold, but hopefully we should be okay. So I've not opened the polytunnels yet, so whatever you see in there, I'll be seeing there for the first time as well. So we're going to have a look. Okay, so we will open this first one. Okay, so already a lot of condensation in here. I'm gonna, wow. Okay, so whatever warmth was in there has been quite a bit of condensing on the top there. Still got the stuff I planted last week, still growing. So this is a mixture of chard and beetroot, so hopefully that will carry on. My tamarillo is still alive, proper thick stem on that, so hopefully it will withstand a bit of pressure, a bit of stress. We'll see how that goes. The wonderberry's got a bit of yellow into the leaves here. Didn't have that before last night. We're getting the berries coming in now. There we go. So these blackberries we can eat. They're really sweet. I'm kind of eating them one at a time. I don't want to force the issue with them because it is a solanum plant and I'm not 100% sure. Oh dear. My melon has taken a proper hit, I think. Man, that's overnight. Crikey. That's a bit of a severe blow to the melons. Their melons are quite warm weather fruit. I kind of probably wasn't expecting too much from these, but I can hopefully harvest these. So people have asked me, when do you harvest them? So if you look at the fruit itself, it has the vine coming off here, and then on the vine it's got a tendril. So that little tendril there, if it's brown all the way back to the stem, then this potentially is ready for harvest. So that one is ready, I think. We'll have a quick look at this one. So this one, there's still a little bit of green here, tiny little bit of green there. So I would leave that a little bit longer. But I think that's the one that's been on the plant the longest. How much longer this will survive, I don't know, especially in this cold. But fingers crossed, we'll see what happens. The chilies still seem hopefully to be very green, so I think they'll have withstood most of the potential issues that are thrown at them, at least until, oh no, there we go, there's some droop here, and that is probably pretty much going to be cold. The cold weather's probably hit that little bit. So yeah, it's there's been some damage to some plants, but I think we're going to be okay. We've still got a bit of time, hopefully, with some of these, because the weather, at least the weatherman has said it's going to warm up a little bit more. So we've got these lovely pods here, skunk red, absolutely fantastic. Little bit of leaf drop here and there. But yeah, it's kind of unexpected. We weren't expecting it to get this cold this quickly, but we've got some pods and stuff growing. So this is the dragon's breath. I'll be posting a video very shortly where myself and a number of my colleagues, I kind of challenged them to try this particular chili, it being potentially one of the hottest in the world at the moment, thought to be around kind of 2.5 million Scovilles, which is on a par with the Reapers really, but there's a lot of questions about whether or not that is actually the case, but all I know is it's very, very hot. So when you come to see the video, hopefully over maybe this weekend, you'll be able to see how myself and some of my colleagues actually fare with tasting this little fella. So again, this is the dragon's breath as well. Looks slightly different from one plant to another. Again, a lot of these kind of hybrids and things, the things that are made, they can revert to kind of different shapes and things until the actual type actually stabilizes. So growing chilies isn't a kind of one season thing. It's just something you kind of have to breed certain characteristics into that chili year by year. So you pick your best pods and then you go on and grow the next year's produce, pick from that and keep going until you've got a stable kind of hybrid, which most of these Chinense varieties are hybrids. So this here is the 7-pot Slimer. Again, some nice, really large pods on there. Be interesting to see what they taste like. Again, oh crikey, that looks a lot like blight. So I'll harvest what I can in terms of the tomatoes off these. I think this particular one is probably past its best now, unfortunately. I'm due to go to Malvern soon, so I might find some other things I can put in these hanging baskets. We'll see how that goes. I've never tried garlic in a hanging basket. I wonder if that'd work. Probably not. Although it'd be cold, at least in the cold weather, it'll definitely get some cold in here. The ricotta pepper, again, I think we're okay. This is the one I was hoping to overwinter this year. So I'll probably need to wrap these up with fleece relatively soon to give them a fighting chance of getting through. And the charapita. So this is the absolutely minuscule little tiny chilies. So this was supposed to be the most expensive chili in the world, and that's reason because these chilies are so tiny that to actually get a kilogram you'd have to probably pick 500,000. Maybe a slight exaggeration, but yeah, they're little tiny little things. I wonder what they taste like. Oh crikey, now that was unexpected. Tiny little chili tastes like a really hot, super hot chili. Now that's weird. I was not expecting that. Oh crikey, got fire in my mouth just from that tiny little chili. Oh blimey, I think one of these chilies would probably give you the heat for an entire thing of chili con carne. Oh wow. Let's switch it back around. So we've got some more Orions there. Oh, look, there's a ripe Orion. We'll take that one. So again, this is another super hot chili that I haven't tried. It's not even close to the Dragon's Breath, I don't think, in terms of heat. But yeah, we'll give this a go at some point. Okay, let's go and have a look in the other polytunnel. The cucamelon has taken a bit of a hit as well, I think. I think things near the door. But I've got plenty of pods still on all of these plants. I am going to shut this back up again for the night, because although it's supposed to probably get back up to 6 or 7 degrees, crikey, that charapita is actually repeating on me. That's a crazy amount of heat for a tiniest chili in the world, blimey. Okay, so we'll go into the other polytunnel. Okay, again, plenty of pods on these, plenty to harvest. These Zebrange, I was calling them Zebranga. There's my English for you. So these are actually called Zebrange, which is actually a cross between a Agi Fantasy, which is like a really pale colour, almost like a Scotch bonnet looking thing, and the Bishop's Crown chili, which I haven't actually got this year. I thought I'd grown some this year, but I'm not sure there's any in here, so I'll have to have a look. Again, condensation on the roof here. Oh crikey, I'll get wet if I hit it too much. Again, the melons, I have got melons growing. As to whether or not they'll get much bigger now this cold has actually set in, I don't know. The lemon drop chilies are ripening. There's a few yellow ones kicking around, so we'll be able to harvest some of those soon. The jicama, it's doing okay. I think again this has probably been hit a little bit by the cold, but hopefully it should come back. We've got a little bit of leaf curl here, and again I think that's just the plant protecting itself from the cold weather. Again, this particular melon here, so this is the melon, and again I think I actually can't see the tendril on that, but I think that one almost might be ready for harvest. There's not much in the way of other melons on this plant, and I think with this cold weather I'm not sure we're going to have much chance either of any more, which is a bit of a shame. Still getting plenty of these Malata chilies, nice mild chilies these. I'm going to actually turn these into some more pickled chilies. Add a little bit of oil and things like that to them. They're really good. Okay, so we've got Purple Death. Again, weird looking thing. Pretty looking thing though. And there's a few on there, so well, I can give those a go. I seem to have two phenotypes. When I say phenotype, two different shapes of the purple mamp. So this is supposed to be a purple mamp plant. This is kind of what the purple mamp I think is supposed to look like. You get these nice purple kind of pods, but this one here seems to be like an elongated version that ripens to red. Yeah, weird looking thing. I've still got the Chularoro chilies here. So when I was speaking about the Agi Fantasy, that's this one here. Oh, that one looks like it's been eaten by a bit of a slug or something. But these Agi Fantasy here, it's these with the Scotch bonnet that turns into, sorry, with the Bishop's Crown that turns into that Zebrange pepper. Really pretty. The Chularoros, they actually ripen to this nice orange colour. Absolutely fantastic. I'm getting plenty of the Sugar Rush chilies now. Again, we've got a little bit of this kind of leaf curl and stuff. I think this has been the cold as well. So although it's not looking too bad, I think there is still some damage in here with that cold weather. The vampire chilies still doing okay. I'll harvest some of these shortly. Absolutely gorgeous looking black pods there. And then they've got these. These are supposed to be Pasilla but nothing like. I think this is more likely to be a Bucklauti kind of sweet pepper. So I'll take this back, and that can go in with my pickled sweet peppers. So in terms of temperature, it got down to less than 2 degrees last night. So I'm absolutely surprised that these have survived through that night. I'm going to zero this again and see how far down it goes. It has been said it's probably going to be about 5-6 degrees tonight. I'm really hoping that these will survive at least a bit of a couple of days of this cold weather, because I don't want to lose them yet. There's still plenty for them to do. I've not seen any of the fruit on this one. This is quite cool. This one is Purple Dream. Again, these little tiny little purple chilies. Look at that. Again, looks a bit gnarly, so you're expecting this probably to be a little bit hot. But yeah, we'll take that one back as well. We'll give that a go. Wow. Right. So, all in all, not a disaster. Could be better. I know probably the melons aren't going to withstand what's happened to them over this, like one evening of cold weather can have an effect on your plants. It's absolutely horrible when you've kind of, I don't know, you've looked after these plants all year for months. I planted these, I sowed these in January, and so we're into the 9th month now. Nine months I've coddled these plants, you know, taking over my bedroom, bringing them down here, and then yeah, the last thing you want is a couple of days of cold weather that will kind of just obliterate them all. It's horrible. Oh crikey, that little charapita chili is still, I can still taste it. Anyway, so please look out for the tasting video that's coming up. That Dragon's Breath chili, I've got at least probably 5, maybe 6 of my colleagues and friends to try that chili and taste the chili. It is a super hot chili. It's it's the hottest chili I've ever tasted. And the reactions you get, you're going to be quite surprised with. Some people, for some reason, are able to withstand so much heat. I know I can't, at least not for that one. But again, I've got a lot of my friends and relatives have probably increased the amount of milk bought across the UK over these last few days. So, like I say, watch out for that video. Hopefully it'll be this weekend, if not early next week. I've got at least one more person who's doing hopefully a chili tasting tonight. And if they send me the video, I'll be able to get that up over the weekend. But yeah, it's been a good year for chilies in some respects. Not so much now with this cold weather, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, we'll see you on the next video. So till then, all the best, guys. Take care. Bye bye.